Hey, what's going on? It's Verace for 105.7 The Hawk. I'm joined in the studio today by two very special guests for the 13th Annual American Heart Association National Wear Red Day, supporting women. It's our mothers, sisters, daughters, aunts, grandmothers. It's all about the women, and I have two special women here that are going to tell us their stories about why this day really matters. So I'm here with Catherine and Joan. Catherine, if you'd like to tell your story.
Well, yeah, sure. I had my stroke. I'm a two-time stroke survivor, and I had my strokes. The second time was at the gym, and I was in the middle of training a client, and I just felt very strange. And I went into an office, and I told the APTM at the time, I told him that I didn't feel right, and luckily his grandmother had a stroke, so he was very aware of the stroke symptoms, and he wound up calling the paramedics, and it was quite a dramatic experience to go through, as I'm sure it was for him and for everybody who saw everything that was happening. But luckily, thank God, I'm okay, and it's amazing. And honestly, the biggest takeaway that I would say right now is to make sure to get checked out and make sure that your health is on point, and just stay focused, and make sure that you're here for your kids. That is my biggest concern, honestly, and make sure you're here for your family, because you never know what can happen in life, and things can happen at any point.
Well, I mean, like you said, take care of your health, and you were at the gym. It's that sort of thing. You figure you're already at the gym, you're training people, you're already in good health, and it can just happen just like that.
Exactly.
It's scary.
Exactly, and I was actually in the middle of training a client, and I just felt very strange, and I just cut the session short, and I told her we'll reschedule, and I went into the office, and boom, that's when it happened. So it's unfortunate, but I'm here for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but I'm going to figure it out. That's it.
Very nice. Joan, you have a story as well?
Yes, 17 years ago, I was 39 years old, getting ready to take my two children to church. Didn't feel good. Was actually in the bathroom finishing up a shower, and my daughter, who was just starting kindergarten, came in and said, "Mom, you don't look very good." And I subsequently passed out. She was able to get to a phone, call 911. An ambulance was leaving a hospital I live a block away from. They came to my house. I was unconscious, flatlined 6 times in the driveway before they could stabilize me. With that sudden cardiac arrest bringing on heart attacks, I was then taken to a hospital that said, "Oh, it must be your heart muscle. You may be needing a new heart. We'll put you on the transplant list." 3 days later, when I had another massive heart attack, they realized, no, it's not your heart, actually. It's the arteries around it. Ended up with, I had no blockages, no pre-existing conditions. It was just sort of a weird thing that happened. And 16 years later, they figured out I probably have had a mineral deficiency all my life. And I was a young mother of 2 kids who I didn't know I could even have a heart attack. So the National Wear Red Day just helps empower women to understand that we are more susceptible to heart disease than men, and we're more likely to have stroke and die from either a heart attack and stroke than men are nowadays, because most men know all the symptoms, women still don't. So we're trying to educate women to know not only what you look like on the outside, but how your insides are. So it's critical to know your numbers, your blood pressure, your cholesterol levels, your sugar levels. You want to prevent all this heart disease and stroke, which 80% are preventable if you pay attention to your bodies and listen. Women especially take care of everyone in their families. We're taking care of the kids, our husbands, our parents, whoever. we think of ourselves last. So the National Wear Red Day helps women to put themselves in focus and to put the spotlight on themselves. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not going to be there to take care of anybody else.
That's right. Well, thank you guys both so much for sharing your stories. You can go to goredforwomen.org to get all the information. February 5th, it's 2 weeks, just under 2 weeks, next Friday. Wear red, goredforwomen.org, and get more information at 1057thehawk.com.